So this is a very American University moment right here. I'm playing Slithario in the subterrace of SPA by myself, having come from the gym because there is a thunderstorm outside. Oh, I'm winning. Woo! Let's go. Yes. So now we're on Capitol Hill, and I just want to share my favorite, probably my favorite place in DC. Is the Capitol Summer House right here. And it's great in the summer if you want to drink. Beautiful water fountain. Plenty of water to drink here. And then this beautiful spring, which once was a real spring, and now it's just here. It's a very calming presence in the midst of the Capitol. I'm also lucky enough to have a lot of memories here at the Capitol building. People around. But if you can see right here, and there's a fountain. And I remember on a hot summer day one day, I was just in there eating strawberries. I don't know why, I just remember that particularly. But, and here, you can see the West Lawn, pretty sure it's called, which is where I was sitting in my American politics class and we're kind of not doing anything. So I'm on my Twitter and I see that Trump says, candidate Trump at the time, was having a rally here. So I told my professor and he actually told us to leave class and we all went here on the West Lawn to listen to President Trump, Mr. Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and a bunch of other anti-Iran deal people at the time. And it was just a really amazing experience to say you've been able to see these people in person. This is a test of the system. When I was a freshman in college, I interned on Capitol Hill in the House of Representatives for Congressman Lee Terry for Omaha in Nebraska, and it was a really cool experience. Coming here out to the Capitol South Metro Station every day, well, 3 times a week. It was really hard work, but it was a really rewarding experience. And I'm here now to go to a congressional hearing. Going to congressional hearings are something that's really fun because it's a really cool mixture of public policy and also politicians trying to maneuver and advocate for what they believe. So, yeah. Hello, so I'm walking on Cleveland Avenue in the Woodley Park area. Okay, so honestly I've been walking for like 3 hours because I wanted to go to something, then I walked in and I didn't want to go to it anymore. And so basically walked 20 minutes, was in DuPont, and then walked all the way to Adams Morgan U Street. I actually went to the Hana grocery store and got the chips. I got a green tea that I drank. Got a bunch of stuff. And I like that little Japanese market. Hi, doggy. Hey, doggy. Aww. So I'm petting the doggy. And as I'm walking here, oh, this dog is so cute. Hi, doggy. You're such a good dog. Goodbye, doggy. That was the nicest dog I've ever seen. But running around, walking, petting a random dog, like, the essence of DC for me is walking around, finding cool things, and taking advantage of every opportunity that comes up. I mean, like, even just seeing that dog today, that made my day. You just walk around, you find amazing things all over the place. And that's what I love about DC. I'm here at the Silver Spring Metro Station, and Silver Spring is where I've done 2 internships, one for Jamie Raskin and one for the Silver Spring United Methodist Church. And it's a pretty cool town, city kind of thing. But yeah, they have restaurants and I used to walk over there every day, once, 3 times a week, to the Silver Spring United Methodist Church, where I learned about QuickBooks, operations, and general church stuff. And then I used to walk in the opposite direction over, kind of that way, when I was campaigning for Jamie Raskin for Congress, and he's a pretty good congressperson. Here I am in the middle of Washington, D.C. Just walking around. People are saying, "Donald, what are you doing? The climate is warming. The Mexicans are coming in." And I'm just like, chill, dog. Watch Fox News. Not hard. Hey, sake ramen. Yay. Hi, I'm in the Adams Morgan area, which someone showed to me probably freshman year, and it's been pretty cool coming here and going to all the restaurants, and there's a lot of nightlife. Not that I do a lot of nightlife, but still it's cool to see a lot of people out and there's a lot of energy. So yeah. It's great to have small neighborhoods like this around, like, pockets of activity. And I first started knowing, like, Adams Morgan, DuPont Circle, Farragut North, and then walking between them and taking the bike between them and running and everything, I started to put all the pieces together until I had, like, a map of DC in my head. And it's just so cool. So I'm gonna miss these little pockets, these little neighborhoods. I'm walking home from work, and I found my friend Blue. Say hello, Blue. Blue is a cat that I've seen a couple times walking home from school and work and stuff, and he's very friendly, so I don't see him all the time, but he seems to be there when I need him most. One of my favorite parts of being in DC is that it's a very walkable city, so sometimes I go running and explore a lot of different places. So we're gonna go running and see what we find this time. So we've arrived at the bottom of Wisconsin Avenue, and this is the waterfront in Georgetown, and it's a really cool, beautiful little area of DC. And you know, I've got memories down here, including one I went up to this place called 90-Second Pizza up there, and then just sat down on a table here and just ate like pizza. And it was nighttime, so I was kind of looking out at the stars and all the beautiful like stuff. The Kennedy Center's lit up at night, and that part of Virginia is lit up at night. So, and I mean, just sitting on these steps with family and friends and whoever has been a great time. Can feed the ducks, even though you're not supposed to. And I'm gonna keep jogging and see how it goes. I'm starting to think I should have invested in a GoPro, except not really, because that's a lot of money. But you can see I'm running towards the Kennedy Center, and the Potomac River is here, and might be a little hard to see because it's a cloudy day, but especially when it's sunny and there's a high pressure system and the air is really clear, it's an amazing view. We're at the top of the Kennedy Center now, and the Kennedy Center is really cool because it's a place where someone showed me how to get on the rooftop early in my college career, and since then I've taken like 3 or 4 groups of people up here, and it's just like pretty incredible. You can see the Virginia metropolis, you can see the Georgetown waterfront where we just were. In the distance, that's the National Cathedral where I live, and Watergate Complex, and then when you turn the corner and go on the other side, you can see the national monuments in clear view. There's a few tips for surviving in cities like this. Cool fountain. One of them is to find places like this where they let you in for free so you can use the bathroom and the water when you're out running. Another tip is I put my hoodie down because I know there's some high-class people in there that might not appreciate someone in a hoodie. And just walking around with an air of confidence and looking like you know what you're doing. Here we have my favorite place in the DC area. I'm actually having a little trouble recording because this place brings a lot of feelings to me. I'll just read. President Johnson stopped here many times and stared out across the Potomac River, before returning to the bustle of the city and the stress of the presidency. Having grown up along the banks of the Pernales River in Texas, it's not surprising that he came to this spot often. But the Potomac River that Lyndon Johnson contemplated, like many of America's rivers, was fouled with chemical runoff and raw sewage. When he signed the Water Quality Act of 1965, he hoped it would be a blueprint for the people of America to reclaim their natural heritage. And here you can play a voice box with Lyndon Johnson's wife's words. We're in the middle of this like miniature forest of pine trees. Rock here, and some quotes on the ground from Lyndon Johnson about how he was just trying to help people and he wanted everyone to have the same privileged childhood that he did in America. And I mean, just when I came here for the first time, I was pretty emotional too, and in awe at staring in this place of beauty and nature across the river, and to see the District of Columbia, where the work of America is done. The work, this greatest country, the greatest country this world has ever known, is right over there. Right there where everything is done. The center of the world, of democracy, of freedom. And just across that beautiful river, we have this amazing, beautiful piece of nature that even the most powerful men in the world had time to appreciate.